What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mykeeey here with another YouTube video, and today we about to keep up with Omeezy and why he says Sneako friends is done with him. I've been trying to say, just like with Chud the Builder with Sneako, I don't know why he's been as famous as he is. He's just a grifter, red pillar, thread the line of toxic opinions online for a lot of people for a long time. Just when you think he's trying to relapse to being a normal civilian in life, he go back to being a weird, chaotic person on the internet, talking about his own opinions and what he thinks is the right way of life. You feel me? It don't be necessary, let alone it be creating conflicts for him and the people he's around. Like with this Chud the Builder situation, he's over here trying to cop pleas for Chud. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. You don't understand. Like, people be trying to pick and choose what grounds to stand on just so they can look like they are all knowing, all enlightened person, and that you should be taking their advice and living by their advice, but they don't take their own advice, let alone they don't even understand how to comprehend certain conversations they be having. They just want to perpetuate what they think and don't want to take nobody's advice, let alone don't want to take nothing for a fact when they actually, when someone provides them for a fact for what it is, in real life situational fact too, they don't want to process it. They don't want to, you feel me, digest it because it don't go with their agenda. So, hey, I'm glad the Sneako agenda is, look like, I hope it's passing over. I need them niggas to leave that nigga in the dust for real, because that nigga don't make quality content no more. I don't know if he ever did. I don't know if he ever did.
I was looking for something interesting to watch this weekend, and I remembered Aiden Ross' brand risk boxing event.
We're gonna tap in with this later.
Condone some of the nonsensory that goes on. I do sometimes like to see people get beat up. But as I was
You
looking
feel
through
me?
the crowd, there was a face that I could not see. All of Aiden Ross's besties were in the audience except for one guy. When I went to Twitter to find out what happened, I couldn't help but smile.
And then be so ignorant to what, hey, well, brand risk is tomorrow. I can't go, dip. You stupid idiot. I was not allowed in the last brand risk. Brand risk tomorrow, you going? Oh my God, bro. This is it, and it's fine. I'm not upset about it.
Wait a minute. You're telling me Sneako got banned?
Again!
And this time from a brand risk event. This is an event that's known to be edgy and be risky. This is what now, 5 bans from 5 different entities and institutions. And it's all because of Sneako's dumbass background. This is amazing. We've got to talk about it. If you're new to this,
let's talk about it.
Please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. For those of y'all that just keep watching my channel and not joining the community, I'm gonna hit y'all with that Sneako ban if you don't come through with the come through. Now, back into the video. For those people that are unfamiliar, brand risk isn't some sort of mainstreamed event. It's not Twitch, who has a lot of corporate sponsors. It's not the UFC, who has a big mainstream backing. And it's certainly not the continent of Australia.
Reggie, you're not upset that your girl, Princess Love, would let Mayweather have 10 girlfriends, but be mad when you try to somebody else? I don't think that's fair. Hey, you gotta stand up for yourself.
Damn.
You gotta security.
It's raunchy, it's wild, it's edgy. It is right up Sneako's free speech alley. And plus, because of the last confrontation they had, I would believe that Aiden Ross and Sneako would to be friends.
Guys, listen, I speak to Sneako every single day. And I said it how it is, bro. Look, you can say what you want about me, bro. Sneako's one of my bestest friends, bro. He had my back when nobody else did. He's a real friend of mine. And just because I'm back and where I'm doing, I will still clap for my brother Sneako. That's my bro, okay? He's doing really well too. He's leaving that side of the community. He's trying to become better. And Sneako, I'm never gonna switch up on him, bro. Like, I'm sorry, guys. That's just somebody that is my best friend. And I will never, ever stop him. Sorry, guys.
That's why I was shocked when Sneako said that he couldn't go to an event that he was banned from, and the event was brand risk. This is supposed to be a place in a space where Sneako thrives, but he can't even get into anymore. And I think that's opening up the eyes of Sneako and any of the supporters that thought that, like, yo, you know, as long as I got my boys, as long as I got this crowd of people with me, you know, I'll be good. But that's no longer the case. Even these types of people are understanding the risk in the brand that Sneako is. When your own lane starts to treat you
real
like
ironic, ain't it?
That's a different level of rejection. When Twitch bans Sneako, he can blame the platform, but when brand risk bans Sneako, now he has to ask why his own world is closing the door to him. And it makes it even worse because brand risk has already shown that they are willing to let Sneako-esque type people in. Look at this flyer. Look at the names that are on this flyer. These are literally people in which if I inserted Sneako right next to them, he wouldn't look like that one meme of the clown standing in the group of the army people. He would literally blend in. They literally bring some of the most divisive people onto the platform. Hell, I even saw Gypsy Crusader at one of the brand risk events back in March.
And the winner by
I saw that
decision,
shit.
Super. Out of the red corner, Gypsy Crusader.
It's the most right. This is another racist motherfucker that be online just trying to. He don't even trying to rage bait. He was trying to get his own racist politics off for no reason. One liners.
So it definitely can't be anything about anti-Semitism. I've seen Brand Risk have Charleston White in the Island Boys.
I'm gonna kick this bitch ass. You heard me?
You
I'm
feel
gonna
me?
kick that bitch ass. Yeah, he. You ain't ready to fight, nigga. You ain't ready to fight. You let a man walk up on you and do you like that. See you in the ring tomorrow, bitch. I don't want to talk no more.
So it definitely can't be anything about racism or doing nasty things with your family, because stuff that's on the Island Boys is actually kind of wild.
Yeah,
We should
they
probably
have
do a
some
video.
weirdos.
Those boys are disgusting. And it
Leave them niggas no. You do not need to get them no more platform. Don't try to reignite them in no algorithm. I don't want to know nothing else about them niggas.
doesn't even have anything to do with
They
being a
ass
bad
buried.
parent, because an invitation was extended to Wendy Ortiz. Now, she would ultimately turn it down, but still, Wendy Ortiz was invited to the event.
No, guys, I am not going to Brand Trip or Brand Risk.
Talking about brand trip,
I'm not
nigga.
going to
What?
Brand Risk. It's Aiden Ross. I'm sorry. The only thing that was convincing me to go was that Drake was gonna be there, but I was double thinking. I was
Cap.
like, am I really gonna like? It's like my moral.
What does Drake have to do with anything to do with Aiden? Like, even though they cool, like, bro, Drake being there is not gonna make me want to be there even more, nigga. Drake being there is like having Sneako there, nigga.
Morals or
I don't give a
meeting
fuck.
Drake. And I'm gonna meet Drake. I'm just kidding. No, I just didn't want to go because Aiden Ross has talked shit about.
Sean Strickland, Neon, Aiden Ross's self, academics. The brand of Brand Risk isn't afraid of controversy.
Drake was not there.
That's not why Sneako didn't get invited to the event. They've had people who I would probably objectively say are more controversial than Sneako at the appearance. But even if, let's say, he was on par with a Gypsy Crusader or any of the other controversial streamers and content creators that they've had, I would at least think that he would get a little bump in a pass, because this is a non-corporate event, one. And two, this is his good buddy, Aiden Ross. Brand Risk is literally the event for people who are risky to the brand. And if Sneako can't make the cut because he's still too much of a brand risk, then I don't know. What you can understand that you'll look at Sneako's most recent controversies and you'll see that they're not just some random drama. Even those events start looking like reasons as to why his own side would turn against him. Just 7 days ago from the time of recording this video, I uploaded a video speaking to Sneako and the controversies that he had finally catching up to him. In about a week's time, Sneako had been banned from the continent of Australia. He had been banned from the UFC, and he had been banned from Twitch. At least his last reattempt at being reinstated had been denied. And at the end of the video, I had mentioned some things about how, you know, Sneako is trying to escape this past, and he's doing these things to quote unquote right his wrongs, maybe distance himself from all these communities, etc., etc. But every time
What
a
the fuck
door
is he streaming
open
on?
for him to say something stupid, step out there off the ledge, be controversial, make fun of somebody, whatever it may be, simply just being on the wrong side of history, Sneako is going to take it. And every time he takes it, all of this stuff about him changing is thrown out the window. These
Bro,
brands that
that's
would
what I said at
want
the
to
beginning.
believe that Sneako has changed see this instant moment where he says, I don't know, Chud the Builder's right, these black people are wrong and they're chimping out, all this other stuff like that, in his telling as to why he still supports what Chud the Builder is doing from the free speech perspective. All that shows brands is that, yo, this old him is still who he really is. But the problem
Right,
is
he
much
masking.
bigger than these
He on the internet trying to mask himself like he not one of the people he's trying to talk about all day. He's one of them people.
He's
a
not
masker.
platforming
He's not showing
Sneako.
his true
You
self.
don't have a right to be on Twitch.
Or
Twitch
he
is
don't
like a
acknowledge his
privilege
true
type
self.
thing. And it's even a luxury considering there are so many other options when it comes to streaming games. But Sneako could even acknowledge that some of these bans and some of these punishments and the way that he's being viewed in public are starting to feel like he's a criminal. It's starting to feel bigger than just something that's happening on the internet.
People like me, I've never been convicted of a crime. I've never hurt anybody.
To me, this is what, in the sense, if you're aware of like how they operate on the eastern side of the sphere of the globe, like I'm think it's China, they have like a social credit score. Like the way you get into like buying homes, jobs, vacation spaces, being able to eat, being able to purchase things, their currency over there is your social score. How you operate on your phone, they use, because they move with their devices a lot differently than we do. Their phones, you feel me? The way we operate it so much, they operate it so much, you can definitely tell how someone lives their life because of how much we're on the camera, how much devices and, you feel me, mechanical, technical instruments are around us to capture what you do in your everyday life all the time. Over there in China, or I believe in China, they have a social credit score where you get a score based on how you act in the real world and how you feel me, how you act and how you give off people, how your energy is in real life. And that doesn't make it to where people act more genuine in real life. People are just better at masking some things over there. Some people are actually genuinely nice. You feel me? So they have a higher credit score. They're able to get access to different rooms, different businesses, different hotels, different food, different catering. You feel me? And for Sneako, this is what it's like to have a bad social credit score. Because you just can't get any brands. You can't promote yourself any way that you used to on this platform. You can't go anywhere and make your income, let alone you can't get into the rooms that you used to because of the reputation you built from your past, and you keep reigniting because you keep doing the same shit. Like you be trying to act like you changed in some type of way and matured, but you didn't mature in that sense. You're still childish in your own sense of self in a way you want to operate on the internet, and how you think to engage with people, how to think you need to have an audience, and how the audience needs to be fed. The way they're thinking you have is childish. Because
but yet I'm
you got a bad
right?
social score. Why is you blind now?
Problems, allegedly, in my opinion, traveling or being able to return back to the country. So many of these restaurants I can't eat at, and these restaurants are run by people who are found in the Epstein files. Noah Tepperberg, CEO of Tao Group, allegedly, in my opinion, I'm banned from Tao Group.
So you eating at places that are still under the Epstein files, okay?
All over the country. Can't eat at the restaurant, can't dine at clubs. I can't dine at restaurants, can't go to the club. So I'm treated like a criminal here. I'm the one banned off of most social media platforms. I've just rightfully been reinstated on YouTube, but still banned on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, all this. All right, I am treated like a criminal in my own country without ever committing a crime. So what's really going on? Why are people in the Epstein files not convicted yet?
You see, in Sneako's mind, he's being treated like
See, he tried to say that to distract people from that he actually, the shit he be saying goes with the Epstein files. He's not a righteous person himself. He's trying to be, but he don't operate in the sense that he's trying to convict other people in.
Without a conviction. And you can kind of see why he would frame it that way. You know, travel issues, platform bans, and being rejected from just everyday places and spaces, stores, restaurants, etc., are serious consequences. Ones that, honestly, I would probably say are more extreme than even like somebody who is a felon, because felons can eat at Applebee's, but it seems as though Sneako is having a hard time booking a reservation. But you see, this is where he keeps missing out on the larger point here. Now, granted, I do agree with him that those that have done super duper heinous crimes, like the people that appear on the Epstein files, shouldn't be out in public. The stuff that they did is heinous and crazy. But what he has to understand is these people aren't making criminal judgment. They're making a risk judgment. They're not saying, was Sneako convicted of this? They're saying, is Sneako worth the backlash? Think about this. If you were a small business, whether you sold clothes, whether you were a restaurant, whether, you know, you made artwork for somebody, there would be certain celebrities that you would be proud, and I do mean proud, to plaster on your social media saying that, hey, this person shopped with me, hey, this person...
If Sneako said he liked my music, bro, I'd be pissed. That'd be the note I need to make me stop making music. Because I don't want you supporting me in that fashion of my music, gang. I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to listen to my music, nigga. Why are you getting turned to my music, nigga? You think weird. You operate in a weird sense of life, gang. That's the shit that'll make me stop making music, because I don't want to feed the wrong group of people. Nah.
Eats here, etc., etc. I can have them in my restaurant, carve out space for them, all these different things. But everybody, and I do mean everybody, has a list of celebrities, personalities, figures online that they would not allow to patronize their establishment. It doesn't matter how much money they bring to it. It doesn't
Let
matter
alone
how much
patronize
life
my
they bring
music,
to it.
bro.
I don't want that type of name attached to my stuff. And this is where the whole brand risk thing becomes important, because this is the kind of space where Sneako should be able to say, look, my reputation is exaggerated, right? There are people around me that are 10 times worse than me, and ultimately this is where I fit in. But instead, he keeps giving people a reason to believe that the reputation is current. Every new controversy becomes a piece of new evidence, and then every new clip makes the old version feel like the current version. Have you ever noticed that when Sneako gets into some sort of drama, or any of these controversial content creators get into any sort of drama, their old clips start to populate, they blend together. People can't tell what's old, what's new. I've even had people reference things to me about Sneako that he said, I know 8, 10, 24 months ago, but they think it was something that he said today. And that's why it's harder and harder for people to defend Sneako, because every time he says the consequences are unfair, another clip comes out that reminds people that these consequences should exist. Take a look at this as to what happened when Andrew Schultz reacted to Sneako and academics' debate.
We pretend that like words don't have meaning, right? Like that they don't hold meaning outside of like the dictionary definition of what they are. And like I saw an interesting debate, or at least a clip of the debate, so I'm not giving full context, but it was between Ak and Sneako. And I think Sneako was taking the position of like, it's just a word and people should be able to say the word. And then Ak was like, all right, well, then say something about Allah.
Shout out to Ak. He cooked him on that.
And it was like, it was a great point because
I mean, of course, right? Like, of course. I mean, they didn't see it. I didn't even say that. So Ak's like, he's like, oh, words don't have meaning, so say this. It's like, that's not my position. I'm like, you can give these words more weight than they have. The more emotional attachment you allow people to have over you, the more hurtful that word becomes compared to other slurs or even that word itself. When in hip hop, it's used as the most commonly used word in the entire genre.
Because the people that make hip hop more often than not are black, nigga. And so if you don't fully understand the context of the person saying the word, why do you feel like it's okay for someone else to use it against them for their own free will? No, nigga, that's not how that shit works, gang. Not how that shit work, gang. Whether or not you want to acknowledge words have deeper meaning, and whether you want to pick and choose which words have more meaning than others, like slurs, they're called slurs because when you say that word, that automatically entices people to get irritated, antagonized, or feel offensive. You feel me? Those words, you feel me? It's easy to be ignited into irritation. The N word with the hard ER, whether it's hard ER or soft A, it's still going to be one of them words. It's a slur. Just like all the other ones that people just don't choose to say to other races, other ethnicities, other white people. We don't choose to say it because they're slurs. We don't give a fuck about y'all to want to make y'all feel that irritated offense like how we do. Because we don't even take offense to it. Y'all niggas be trying to associate y'all own prerogative and agendas with the word. Like, bitch, shut your bitch ass up. You shut your bitch ass up. Why are you in black people business? You talking about hip hop and all this other shit that got black people in it. I don't see no ounce of shit to you. You feel me? And if you don't, you feel me? If you know some shit, I don't give no fuck. You have all this knowledge in your brain and don't know how to properly use it. My nigga, look at you. Look like one of them stones off of SpongeBob when he's lost in that field with them damn jellyfish.
It's like, it was a great point because what he was presenting is like, hey, that word means more to you. It's not just a sound. It has a meaning, and you will not use it in a negative way, which I think most people understand. They're
It's
like,
the perfect example of a word that's been repurposed to be used in a positive way. Thinking that you should respond with violence, hearing that individual word, just that word itself, it's giving power away, and it's allowing people to be able to control you emotionally.
It's not a transfer of power. You think it's a statement of weakness for someone to get repercussions for saying or talking to you disrespectfully? It's not a matter of someone giving power or leverage of authority to you because they said a word to you and you don't like what they said. If you don't like what they said, you're going to respond to it whatever way you feel suit. Just like when Ak told you to say fuck Allah, even though you don't like that word, you don't fuck with that phrase, you don't associate with it, I don't fuck with it either. But you see how I said it and it don't. You feel me? I'm not going to keep repeatedly saying it because that's not something you should do. Repetitively saying shit, even though you don't mean it. Now that's a different story. Saying some shit you don't mean one time, 2 or 3 times, just to prove that it don't carry weight. When I just said it, did I just die? Did you over there just die? No. Someone in the world at some point is going to pass away. Every second we're alive, someone is being transitioned up to the Father. And just that very second, someone else is being transitioned into the blessing of this life that it is. So it's like, regardless of what you interpret from the word is how you interpret it. People are going to respond differently. The way you think someone is interpreting them responding with violence to being called a slur as a transfer of power or weakness, someone else is going to look at that moment and that experience as like, okay, he knows how to stand in himself, hold himself in power. He knows how to move with pride, actually. You see him as a stronger individual because there's someone trying to demean him, someone trying to be an opposing force in his life, obscuring him of his peace. You feel me? He might not have did anything to deserve being called that, whatever slur it may be. And he just got obnoxiously annoyed and disturbed by being called a slur for no reason. So instead of just being passive, letting the nigga go about his day, smiling it off, wherever the fuck motherfuckers do, walk it off, the nigga slapped the fuck out of him. So that person can then go forth in life knowing if you keep doing that to people, this is a potential outcome. You have to learn that every time you say something, it's not going to be the same response, same reaction, same retention. Everybody's not going to take the same thing that you say the same. Regardless if you think you're speaking with respect or speaking, trying to disrespect somebody on purpose. Someone might not even take that as disrespect. Motherfuckers just look at you like a clown and not attach anything you saying. So Sneako, brother, I don't like shit you talking about, because the shit you talking about don't be making sense. Like, who do you be talking to? The people that be watching you, I don't understand who these niggas is. These niggas don't be kids, because kids be having further understanding and further grasp on how broad the world is and how you can easily offend people. Kids be having that sense of more awareness and sense of self than these grown ass adults. So I'm pretty sure that most people that watch Sneako, damn near 45 up.
It's
old ass
power
niggas.
away, and it's allowing people to be able to control you emotionally.
Couch
There's a basic
warriors.
explanation that, hey, words have meaning because people agree they have meaning. Shocker, news at 10, right? So if a community sees a word as degrading, they have the right to reject it. That doesn't mean that every action is justified, but it does mean Sneako cannot pretend that every word is meaningless because he wants people to stop reacting to it. And instead of 10, 20, 30,000 people telling him that he's wrong in this situation, Sneako still stands on the same exact point. So instead of this clip making him look misunderstood, it makes him look like he still doesn't understand why people are mad at him. And see, that's the problem. Sneako is claiming that people are unfairly judging him, but then he runs around and he does something to make him be judged again. What's that one Kanye West line? I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, but what I do, act more stupidly. He says he's being treated like a criminal, but the issue isn't criminality. The issue is liability. And every time he doubles down on the same extreme, stubborn, against the grain, make it hard to see my side. You know, you have people here gritting and baring their teeth saying like, gang, I don't know, it's not good to have you around right now. And he's just gonna continue on. Every time he gets a chance to prove that he's not the same guy, he proves that he's the same guy. Brand risk, though, has to be the most damning. Look, Australia bans you, you blame them. Twitch bans you, you say that they're being too PC.
You're always playing the victim.
You blame the
Never
system.
taking
Mainstream
accountability.
UFC bans you. You say, hey, this is cancel culture. They're being too pussified. It's weak. Brand risk. I don't know who they would not have on their platform outside of allegedly Chud the Builder, because Aiden Ross said he would not have him on there.
Aiden, bail out Chud the Builder and have him fight
Fuck
someone.
no. I'm not bailing him out. If that was not real, I would never bail him out. Fuck no. Absolutely not, bro.
No, absolutely terrible guy.
That's the extreme that they would go to.
Doesn't
But
fuck
they
no.
would have just about anybody on their platform, and they won't even let you on there. Mind you, you're supposedly supposed to be a friend. They're not banning Sneako because they're afraid of the controversy. They're banning Sneako because of the liability that he can bring.
You gonna
to
cut off the
platform.
money
I'm
flow.
not saying that Sneako has to change.
Sneako, you a money hindrance. That's why they can't have you in anywhere where they're making money. They need to keep you out because you stop the flow of good vibes,
his
nigga.
points just to get in with the in crowd. He should probably have some sort of level of understanding, though, that what he's saying is ignorant, stupid, idiotic, and all these other things, to the tune of him being put in the same caliber as Chud the Builder. I don't think that people are really understanding what I'm saying. Aiden Ross said he would not go get Chud the Builder out of jail. That's too much, that's nasty, that's disgusting, that's despicable. He can't be on my platform. And kudos on Aiden for saying that. He is now saying that Sneako is on the same wavelength as Chud the Builder. Sneako, you gotta look at yourself right now and say, I gotta do something differently. I am getting in the...
Not even. He just got to pivot to a whole different way of life. For real, for real. I need him to take a real spiritual walk with whatever higher authority he rock with. Because the internet not for you, my boy. Because it's clearly keeping you from going to experience regular, normal experiences of life. Like going to eat, going to stores, going to events. You feel me? That shit normal people could do. You can't do that because of the way you talk and the way you operate on the internet, and you continue to pump fake people into thinking that you actually changed and your morals is actually adjusted with the rightful way of thinking in life. And actually, you feel me, being in the right standing of people. You feel me? Not only along with yourself, but being in the right standing with people. Every time we think you're actually doing that, you pump fake us and relapse into a Chud the Builder archetype. You feel me? You be operating really like that. You might not talk about it in the race topic sense, but when it comes to genders, free will, certain common sense conversations that you would think somebody would have the, a normal, genuine response in, up to date, standard response in, the nigga just threads the needle and, you feel me, goes the unpopular route every time, let alone the bigoted route. He could be, in a sense, really bigoted because he won't afford no one else the benefits of the doubt that he afford himself, let alone he don't let people walk with the purposes and authorities in life that he think he walk with. He don't appoint that to no one else, let alone the way he interpret people online. Probably gonna go on the internet, continuing to bash motherfuckers and continue to be a victim and thinking that he is the victim. He's not a victim. He's only a victim of the victim mindset. He's a victim of the victim mindset of No one hurting him but himself. He's self-sabotaging. He needs to just lock in on real self-empowerment. You feel me? And not just self-empowerment just so you can be all powerful for yourself, but really self-empowerment so you can be one with your community. Help advance others around you. If only you advance and to the detriment, you can't do nothing else with nobody else, but you got all this, what does it do? You feel me? You just leave yourself in an empty room. Lonely as fuck. If you don't like being alone, then I'm sorry for you. You're lonely as fuck and you're sad as fuck from my point of view. You can't even, you feel me, besides your little echo chamber of people in your audience that you talk to, you can't even hang with people that you so-called your friends because you too much of a fucking money halter. So let me know what your thoughts is on this little Sneako being distant and being kept out from all these walks of life. If you hear a beeping noise going off, it's somebody's car going off right now. That shit's stupid. But please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you know when I'm dropping new bangers and or live streaming. So I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. We getting closer to 500 subs, y'all. Cooking up something nice. So thank y'all again. I really do appreciate it. It keeps me motivated, keeps me going in, keeps me going strong and excited to bring you new bangers every day. I really do appreciate it. So hope y'all having a great day, having a great lifestyle, and maneuver in the right sense. You feel me? Despite all the things I'm saying, make sure you taking care of yourself, taking yourself serious, and making sure you take time to be one with yourself and be one with the community. It's all fun to have all these good blessings in life for yourself, but what is it fun? How is it fun if you can't really share it with no one else? You feel me? It's just boring that way sometimes, honestly speaking. But till next time, y'all.